Notre Dame, I think, as we get into this Notre Dame and Miami game, like I think this game is fascinating from a supporting cast perspective. To me, Carson Beck is more of a facilitator. He's not the Cam Ward who's going to create all these amazing plays. He needs the team around him to be good. And I think it's good. I just don't know how good. Now, I think the Miami offensive line is really good. I think they lost a lot in the skill position group. I like Shannon Dawson as a play caller. I think Notre Dame is kind of going through their transition as well. Jeremiah Love's going to be a rock star. Their receiving group should be better. I just don't know how good CJ Carr is. The Notre Dame defense should be really good, especially in the trenches. This feels like a really good matchup week 1 down there in South Florida.
I am the contrarian on this in a big way. I am not I loved Cam Ward as a player. I'm not we all forget Carson Beck was the presumptive number 1 pick in the draft 2 years ago. And the team, he didn't have the weapons. Georgia shockingly did not have deep threat guys, and he did not have enough time. But he did pull a few games out of the fire. Goes to Miami, has a bunch of reality show weird stuff happen down there. But talent wise, he's really good, and I kind of think that we're about to see. Oh yeah, this guy was that good a quarterback, and you're right. If the question you're CJ Carr, because everything else screams Notre Dame.
Yeah,
they learned last year was insane. They had so many injuries. They had so many big guys go down. We forget how they lost key players in the secondary right out of the gate. They were gutted on the offensive line. Didn't matter. And DeMarcus Freeman, who I think is why we love him so much, he was like, all right, that sucks. Go out there and keep winning. And his attitude with this kind of worked. CJ Carr had better be freaking good because they're going to make him do everything because Jeremiah Love's the best running back in the country. He might be the best player in college football. But Miami's going to line up and stop him big. It's going to be hot. It's going to be muggy. It's going to be brutal. That's one of the things in week 1, by the way. Keep watching these teams who have to go down south. It's one thing to kind of practice up in South Bend. It's another to go down there. And if you like Notre Dame, remember, last year at Texas A&M, it was about 114 degrees with about 1,010% humidity. So and they wore out the Aggies. But it's going to be hot. It's going to be muggy. Because of the quarterback factor, I'm very, very sheepishly going Miami here, but I am not arguing in any way if you're going to pick Notre Dame.
I think the thing with Notre Dame that really gives me room for hope is they were so undervalued last year and they just kept overachieving their number. And while sometimes you might say, oh, well, regression, well, maybe we're just wrong on how good some of they are, especially their offensive line, Jeremiah Love, their defense, which I know they're replacing a lot. I don't know how I feel about Chris Ash yet. Urban Meyer said that was the coordinating hire of the offseason. Obviously he's biased. He was former coordinator at Ohio State. I think there's reason for optimism with their defense, but they lost Mills, they lost Kaiser, they lost Morrison, they lost Watts. I mean, these are all program building type players. But I do think their offensive line is legit, and Jeremiah Love is probably the best player on the field, right?
Yeah, definitely. Or if it's not Beck, or on front for the offensive line for Miami is a killer. So
yes,
the other thing about Notre Dame, again, not to get away from X's and O's and stuff, there's a little bit of that team cocky. There's a little, and good and bad. They're confident that they know what they can do, but I don't know. There's a little bit of a rock star thing happening here, where Freeman's going and doing every Today Show and all that. There's a little bit like, all right, they're playing it up a little bit, and all of a sudden they're about to get smacked in the mouth by Clubber Lang here. So it's this team that's just doing nothing but working out and killing themselves, being like, okay, we blew it last year. Now we're going to come out and do this. So I'm really interested in seeing what Notre Dame's going to be able to do. But talent-wise, Notre Dame should win. If Carr's good, Notre Dame should win this, but I can't get past the fact that I just think the experience at quarterback is going to matter here.